Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You're watching The Urban Debate. If Monday was about coming of age of the parliamentarian Rahul Gandhi, who rained fire on Prime Minister Modi and the government, then today it was about the Prime Minister fighting fire with fire. In a marathon 135-minute speech, Prime Minister Modi responded to every charge made by Rahul Gandhi with some of his own. Without any further ado, let's listen in to the most scathing parts of the Prime Minister's attack.
उस चुनाव को याद कीजिए। उसके बाद इस देश में 10 लोकसभा के चुनाव हुए। 10 लोकसभा के चुनाव हुए। 84 के बाद 10 लोकसभा के चुनाव होने के बावजूद भी कांग्रेस 250 के आंकड़े को छू नहीं पाई है। इस बार किसी तरह 99 के चक्कर में फंसे गए हैं। कांग्रेस के नेताओं के बयानों में ये बयानबाजी ने शोले फिल्म को भी पीछे छोड़ दिया है। आप सबको शोले फिल्म की वो मौसी जी याद होगी। तीसरी बार तो हारे हैं, पर मौसी ये बात तो सही है, तीसरी बार ही तो हारे हैं, पर मौसी मोरल विक्ट्री तो है ना। आदरणीय सभापति जी, 13 राज्यों में 0 सीटें आई हैं। अरे मौसी, 13 राज्यों में 0 सीटें आई हैं, पर हीरो तो है ना। आदरणीय सभापति जी, अरे पार्टी की लुटिया तो दुबई है। अरे मौसी, पार्टी अभी भी सांसें तो ले रही है। कि इस चुनाव में कांग्रेस पूरी तरह परजीवी बन चुकी और अपने सहयोगी दलों के कंधे पर उन्होंने चढ़ करके ये सीटों का आंकड़ा बढ़ाया है। अगर कांग्रेस ने अपने सहयोगियों के जो वोट खाए हैं वो अगर न खाए होते तो लोकसभा में उनके लिए इतनी सीटें जीत पाना भी बहुत मुश्किल था। हमने कल सदन में यही बचकाना हरकत देखी है। कल यहाँ बालक बुद्धि का विलाप चल रहा था। मुझे मारा गया, मुझे इसने मारा, मुझे उसने मारा, मुझे यहाँ मारा, मुझे वहां मारा, ये चल रहा था। आदरणीय सभापति जी, सिंपैथी हासिल करने के लिए ये नया ड्रामा चलाया गया है और इसलिए आदरणीय सभापति जी, मैं जानता हूं आप बहुत सहृदयी हैं, आप उदार मन के मालिक हैं, आप संकट के समय भी हल्की फुल्की मीठी मुस्कान के साथ चीजों को झेल लेते हैं। लेकिन आदरणीय सभापति जी, अब जो हो रहा है, कल जो हुआ है, वो गंभीरता से लिए बिना संसदीय लोकतंत्र को हम रक्षित नहीं कर पाएंगे। आदरणीय सभापति जी, इन हरकतों को बालक बुद्धि कह करके, बालक बुद्धि मान करके हम नजरअंदाज नहीं करना चाहिए। हिंदू हिंसक होते हैं, ये है आपके संस्कार, ये है आपका चरित्र, ये है आपकी सोच, ये है आपकी नफरत इस देश के हिंदुओं के साथ। ये करने में आदरणीय सभापति जी, ये देश शताब्दियों तक इसे भूलने वाला नहीं है। ये वो लोग हैं जिन्होंने हिंदू आतंकवाद ये शब्द गढ़ने की कोशिश की थी। इनके साथी हिंदू धर्म को, उसकी तुलना डेंगू, मलेरिया ऐसे शब्दों से करें और ये लोग तालियां बजाएं, ये देश कभी माफ नहीं करेगा।
Meanwhile, much of the headline statements that Rahul Gandhi had made yesterday on the floor of the House in his debut speech as the LOP have been expunged by the Speaker at the BJP's request. Rahul Gandhi is calling it absurd. My guest this evening, Sharad Trivedi, spokesperson of the BJP. Varun Singh is a political analyst. Joining us on the broadcast, Matthew Anthony, spokesperson of the Congress Party. Tehseen Poonawalla, political analyst, joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Matthew Anthony, I'm going to start with you. You're smiling as always. My question to you is this. आज कितना हॉर्लिक्स पी के आया था भाई ऑपोजिशन on the floor of the House? For 135 minutes, the Prime Minister spoke, and for 135 minutes, unrelentingly, the opposition and its MPs kept sloganeering and heckling the Prime Minister. Was it the decent thing to do? Arey bhai, he's the Prime Minister of the country. He's speaking. Let him speak in peace. ठीक है, for the first 5 minutes, you sloganeer, you say justice for Manipur, etc. I understand that. But for 135 minutes, please remember that yesterday, the government had allowed Rahul Gandhi to speak without the sort of, without the sort of behavior we've seen from the opposition MPs today.
Shreya, first of all, good evening and thanks for taking me into your show. Let me say that I was feeling very sorry for the Prime Minister of our country. The speech was classless, the speech was empty, the speech was spineless, courageless, because he was always referring to the 50 years because he's obsessed with our former Prime Ministers Jawaharlal Nehru, Indira Gandhi and the Congress party's past. Whereas the people of India, the youngsters of India are concerned about what is happening with this government in the governance part of it, which is basically the unemployment, the price rise, the NEET, the infrastructure collapses, a whole lot of issues. The Prime Minister has got the sense of urgency to address the Hathras issue, which we all appreciate and recognize. At the same time, the Prime Minister also doesn't know about Manipur, which is happening for the last 1 year plus time. And now, to answer to your question, if you really look at the PRS legislative report from 2010 to 2014, who disturbed the Lok Sabha of UPA 2 the more, all the time? Who disallowed the functioning of, we are not going back 50 years. We are not going back 50 years. Who disallowed? The same party. And you should not say that our leader Rahul Gandhi's speech was not interrupted. It was interrupted by the entire BJP ministers, not one, but 5 plus. but he still continued the speech. But you know why we were objecting for the speech is because we were continuously asking for NEET, we were continuously asking for Manipur, we were continuously asking for the pressing issues of the country to be addressed, whereas the Prime Minister is courageous to address it. He has got all the time to address and abuse about last 50 years' time, but he doesn't have the time to address about the governing issues, the pressing issues of the country. Do you agree with that or not?
No, Matthew Anthony, I'll tell you what. I agree with you that the way the BJP has handled the Manipur issue has been awful, simply awful, criminal, I would say. But the fact also is that two wrongs don't make a right. Just because the BJP before 2014 heckled the hell out of the government doesn't mean that you return the favor now. And the fact, as I said, is yesterday Rahul Gandhi spoke for 100 minutes. Yesterday he spoke for 100 minutes. Did the government and the government MPs heckle him for 100 minutes? Nahi na. ठीक है, they interjected, they responded to him, there was some halla gulla, we expect that out of parliament, but 135 minutes of heckling and objecting and sloganeering when the Prime Minister is speaking is not okay, it's not cool according to me. Anyway, let Sharad Trivedi come in here. Sharad Trivedi ji, Matthew Anthony तो बड़ी clearly बोल रहे हैं that you did it to us, we are doing it to you.
Well, Shreya, you see that one thing I must say, my Congress friend has said that we are only talking about the past of the Congress, because a party which does not have a future, we can only talk about the past of that particular party. And earlier, Mr. Rahul Gandhi had serious competition from Mr. Kejriwal.
Mr. Trivedi, अभी तो 99 सीट जीते हैं. Mr. Trivedi, अभी तो 99 सीट जीते हैं. They have doubled their tally, and you are saying they don't have a future. क्या बात कर रहे हैं?
No. What I'm saying is that if we calculate in terms of percentage, this Samajwadi Party has got 6% marks. And from 545 seats, if we talk in terms of percentage, Congress has got 18% marks. That is half the passing marks. So a party which has got half a passing marks, they are thinking that they have won the election. Then Rahul Gandhi ji is constantly harping about Karza Maaf, EVM, HAL, LIC, Rafael, Agniveer, MSP. There's limit to the lies that the Congress can come out with. He in Parliament, he's making a statement that not a single penny is being paid to the Agniveers in case they become a casualty of war. Then he's saying that MSP is not being paid. Then he's saying about lies about HAL, EVM machine. Karza Maaf, not a single penny has been written off. What do we call write-off is you remove the Karza or the loan from the books, because there is an automatic system laid down by Congress that in case the loan is not being paid for a certain time, you have to remove it from the statute books, otherwise from the books of the company or the banks. Otherwise, the bank will stop giving loans.
Mr. Trivedi.
Karza Maaf, Karza
Mr. Trivedi, it is one thing to fact check the. Mr. Trivedi, it is one thing to fact check the leader of opposition, and you're absolutely right when you say that it's not like Agniveers have not been given compensation. I fact checked this. There was one Agniveer who had died in Siachen. His family indeed had got a crore rupees plus. The point that Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party are making is that these guys are not treated as regular soldiers because their families don't get pension, and that is a fact. That is a fact. So the Congress party is not lying there. But Mr. Trivedi, you fact check the leader of opposition. That is fine. That is the job of the government. Where is the need to call him Bacha Buddhi, Bacha Buddhi, Bacha Buddhi? This is not Bacha Buddhi, no. You have to respect the opposition in this country as well. Calling them Balak Buddhi. What was the intention behind that, according to you?
No, there is a limit to lies. They're outright lies. When a person is coming out with lies by the moment he opens his mouth, there's something seriously wrong with the person. It is not the question that this is, and now as the Honorable Prime Minister says, now it has got sinister motives attached to it. It is not like a kid coming out with absurd statements. The kind of situation that we are facing, people are starting to believe in these lies. This Karza Maaf has been going on for donkey's years now. 16 lakh crores are being written off.
Okay.
There is something called write-off and there is something called loan waiver. Not a single money has been waived off. Write-off you have to do because you have to remove from the books of the company, otherwise the bank will stop giving loans.
Would you want to come in here?
Laid down by the Congress itself.
Okay, Mr. Trivedi. Okay, essentially the BJP is saying that Rahul Gandhi lied on the floor of the house and झूठ बोलने की भी एक सीमा होती है. My point is झूठ किस बात पे बोला है? you're talking about Agniveer. Again, I'm saying he was wrong on the compensation part, but he's not wrong on the part where Agniveers are not treated as soldiers. The fact is they are not treated as regular soldiers. That is a fact. The fact also is that their families, if they die in the line of duty or otherwise, their families will not get pension. That is the way Agniveer has been designed. So he was not lying there. So to constantly accuse him of lying without substantiating it is not okay. But I want to ask you, Tehseen, what do you think the Prime Minister was trying to do? I'll come to the point. Everyone, if you keep your answers short, I'll come to you to the point and ask you who did better, Rahul or Prime Minister Modi. But before that, what do you think the Prime Minister was trying to do when he kept calling Rahul Balak Buddhi, Balak Buddhi, Balak Buddhi?
I think it's distasteful that the Prime Minister does that. He's a third-time Prime Minister, and I heard him I heard him with a lot of intent because he's my Prime Minister and he's third time. I wanted to see a vision for the country. Except for some vague mumbo-jumbo, the Honourable Prime Minister had nothing to say. And all that he said, as you said in introduction, has been said in the past. To be fair to him, what more can he say? He said everything in the past. We'll become the third largest economy, no roadmap, we'll do this, we'll do that. Viksit Bharat, there was no point that he made. There was nothing substantial. So what does he go back to? He goes back to 20 years back scams. He goes back to Nehru, Indira Ji. He has nothing to talk about the future. And that's the problem. That's the communication problem the BJP is having. They have nothing to talk about. On the other hand,
for 135 minutes.
Of nothing. Of nothingness. Let me go. He went beyond nothingness. It was no nothingness. No nothingness. There's nothingness and then there is no nothingness. There was nothing. There was no nothingness in it. What did he... Tell me of that 135 minutes, what did you take? Except Sholay dialogues, jibes, Nehru, Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi. क्या था तुमसे ना हो पाए मतलब क्या था आप मुझे बताओ I am a voter you tell me I'm an entrepreneur what is your vision for the next 5 years nothing हम विकसित भारत बनाएंगे third largest economy how do you plan to get there nothing आपने चोरी किया आपने क्या conviction कितना कि आपके press conferences के जितना zero nothing so no nothingness is what the Prime Minister delivered but let's come to the substance of it look where did this go wrong this went horribly wrong because we saw a good camaraderie in the beginning of the session
देखिए Prime Minister पानी पिला रहे हैं ऑपोजिशन को देखिए
ठीक है अच्छी
बात है
अच्छी बात है होना भी चाहिए
इतना चिल्लम चिल्ली के बाद
पानी पिलाना सवाब का काम है कोई अच्छा काम करे but look beyond these theatrics theatrics is the right word so think of this as a theater both sides as actors both doing up a performance for their side so everyone who are Congress supporters believe Rahul Gandhi was phenomenal the BJP is pulverized everyone who's the BJP supporter believe Rahul crossed a line today Modi ji's performance was phenomenal so two sides have done a phenomenal performance for their voters great and the theater has performed but what about the centrists like us and the mid players like us the problem out here is where did this go horribly wrong?
We don't matter
or we should actually matter.
But
they don't realize it. But I'll tell you where this has gone horribly wrong. It started on Friday with Om Birla ji. On Friday, Om Birla ji acted like a BJP karyakarta rather than the speaker. And I say this with absolutely no regrets. And if he's offended, so be it. It's my responsibility, not the channel's. He switched off the mic of the leader of opposition. He may say technically he didn't, it was switched off. Now you can say Rahul Gandhi should not have got the NEET agenda in, you should have had the discussion in the president's address, but he's the LOP. You like him or dislike him, you can't switch off his mic. It didn't happen to Sushma ji and Arun ji. The minute you cross that Lakshman Rekha, what is the opposition going to do? With numbers at 230 versus 290, they're going to come back. Remember, they are hurting with Om Birla suspending 149 of them in the last parliament, when the last parliament had convened, and passing bills. They are hurting. You now switch off Rahul Gandhi's mic. He's going to come at you and they're going to come at you with a ton of bricks. Now with them coming, you've gone back at a ton of bricks. Where is the Setu being built? No one's building a Setu. Neither this side nor that side. Do I agree that the opposition should be in the well? No. I'm too old-fashioned. I'm too traditional. I don't think so. But then it starts with you switching off the LOP's mic. What do I do?
Now, how do you expect a Setu to be built in the political times we live in? That is asking for too much.
Therefore, I'll end with this.
That is like asking for Ram Rajya.
Therefore, I'll end with this. The Prime Minister should honestly reach out to Rahul Gandhi and Kharge ji.
That's not happening.
No, he should. So this is what I expect. Maybe I live in a delusional utopian world. Maybe I believe in a world that is nice. But I think that he's a third-time Prime Minister. He has nothing more to lose. Call him over for a cup of chai. Say, listen, enough of Mann Ki Baat. Let's do Kam Ki Baat. Let's build a bridge, a Setu. Let's at least talk.
Do you see that happening, given the fact that even Rahul Gandhi's headline statements that he made yesterday have been expunged? Why? ऐसा कुछ नहीं था उनमें to be expunged.
क्यों नहीं था? Why shouldn't it be expunged? Rule 102 of the, there were certain directions by the speaker that were raised whenever an allegation is made by a sitting or member parliament, and whenever that objection is raised by any other member parliament, they have to be authenticated. Rahul Gandhi can go and say, yes, I authenticated, and it wouldn't be expunged. Anything on record that he says is true. He says that the government called the farmers terrorist, Khalistani terrorist. Did the government say it on record? Anywhere do you have it? Go and prove it. He says that the compensation wasn't given to
No,
Agniveer.
he didn't.
That
They
is
didn't.
that.
They didn't. Huh.
He did. The compensation is being given. And tell me one small thing. When, as you said, it has been, Agniveer was designed in a way that no one would get a pension. When you came to job at times now, when I went to job at any other organization or newspaper, we knew that we are not going to get a pension. So what are you trying to say? And MSP, it was refuted by the sitting minister over there. So all these allegations, as per the rule, they have been expunged. And I'm sorry, if he has sat in the parliament since 2000, 2004, and he doesn't know what are the basic of parliament, then there is a major need to check. And sorry to say about the scene. Why does he expect the Prime Minister to call Mr. Kharge and Mr. Rahul Gandhi for chai? Why should he do it? Shouldn't Prime Minister in age is senior to Mr. Rahul Gandhi, the LOP. Secondly, the kind of language that Rahul Gandhi and Kharge have used against the Prime Minister in all these years. And to be honest, I don't see that happening because the Prime Minister today categorically in his speech said, now he is going to reply to the ecosystem of Congress in the same language that the ecosystem understands and speaks about. Let me be very clear. The politics of today is not of the politics of civic books that we have been practicing, and it shouldn't be there.
I'll reply in the end to Varun, and I really love Varun. He's a great friend. Why the Prime Minister should reach out, but let me just answer this. What Varun has essentially told the viewers of Mirror now is the Prime Minister, and I have respect for him, is not a statesman. Past statements matter, so Jersey cow matters. He remember Sonia ji is called Jersey cow. Congress ki vidwa matters. The Prime Minister didn't call Rahul Gandhi Pappu, but he called him Italian bachada. I'm talking about the statements made by the Prime Minister himself. 50 crore ki girlfriend. So these are statements made by the Prime Minister himself against the Gandhi families and others. So well, if past Rahul Gandhi has done something the Prime Minister does, we are all dirty. Is hamam mein hum sab gande hai. I won't use the word. The other phrase. So hum sab gande ho gaye. Okay? So, because Rahul Gandhi is doing it, Prime Minister do it. So now why should the Prime Minister reach out? Because Arun Jaitley said something brilliant, and I stand by it. The House belongs to the opposition, but to run it is the job of the government. And he's a third-time Prime Minister. This country has given Modi ji everything. It's given him everything. Now, in his third term, and presumably his last term, may he have a long, healthy life, but presumably his last term, let's build a Setu. Let's build a bridge. Make that effort. Maybe Rahul Gandhi does not respond. Maybe. But you guys will cover it, right? But at least make that effort and say, come over. Let's do something for the country. How long will this animosity continue? That's my limited point. And one last thing. We go back to the past. Then in the elections, Varun, just 1 point. Varun, just 10 seconds more. Just 10 seconds. Varun, 10 seconds more. Just 10 seconds. We just go back to the past. Then not long ago, a month ago, I was with you. And the Prime Minister was talking about machi, murgi, mutton, and mujra. Does that behoove the Prime Minister of the greatest country in the world? That is the question.
Varun Singh, 10 seconds to respond. I have to wrap the show after that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what Tehseen is planning or Tehseen is doing is so pro-Congress. He wants Prime Minister to invite Rahul Gandhi, who has been abusing him, who has abused Hindus, and he wants कि हाँ Prime Minister बुला ले अपने पूरे वोट
कहाँ शक है तुमको मैं pro-Congress नहीं हूँ?
तहसीन नहीं मैं वो नहीं कह रहा मैं कह रहा हूँ कि आप जो कह रहे हो वो हो जाएगा और उससे
Whereas Rahul abused Hindus यार फिर Varun you तो have been a journalist यार
no Shreya.
Varun, you've been a journalist. You've heard the entire speech yesterday. Where has he abused Hindus yesterday? Come on, yaar.
One second.
Even I heard it 3 times.
1 second. Okay, let me just finish it off. He said, अपने आप को हिंदू मानने वाले अगर उनको बीजेपी को गाली देनी थी यू कुड हैव सेड बीजेपी 1 सेकंड यहाँ पे कुछ क्रिश्चियंस बैठे हैं वो क्रिश्चियंस क्या वो
बोला ना बीजेपी आरएसएस बोला ना
बीजेपी के क्रिश्चियन अलग है नहीं वो बाद में बोला करेक्ट किया उनको बीजेपी को गाली देनी थी बीजेपी को गाली दे वो हिंदू को क्यों गाली दे रहे हैं यहाँ मुस्लिम बैठे हुए क्या वो बोले 1 सेकंड प्लीज मैथ्यू डोंट टीच मी ही कैटेगोरिकली अब्यूज्ड हिंदूज he said Hindu
no Varun you are spinning things you know what a good journalist does The first thing a good journalist learns is to spin the headlines. Varun, you're wrong there.
BJP is taking the
I'm not
complete
Acha
ownership
chalo.
of Hindus.
You know what?
taking into
You know what?
That's
We have been debating this since yesterday, and this is the conclusion I've come to. Gentlemen, सुन लीजिए.
हिंदू का होता है नहीं
Varun.
क्यों बीजेपी का होगा
And then why did he
BJP
call
का क्यों
Rahul
होगा?
Gandhi a Bal Buddhi?
You know, I have come to this conclusion.
He called Rahul Gandhi a Bal
That is
Buddhi.
what, let me tell you, the prime
We'll-
minister
gentlemen,
today said,
no
don't consider
time.
him as a child anymore.
Time khatam. This is the conclusion I've come to since yesterday. That despite the fact that everyone has heard the same statement, people who support the Congress will have one point of view, and the people who support the BJP will have one point of view. That is how ideologically divided we are in this country. That one statement is interpreted in different ways. We'll leave it there for the moment. Varun Singh, thank you very much. Matthew, good to have you on the show. Sharad Trivedi ji, namaskar. Thank you very much. And Tehseen running off for another show. Thank you very much as well.